We'll see what they ban out along with the Drow Ranger, though. It could be, or that pairs well with the Drow Ranger. It could be like a TA or something as well.
But who's the person that absorbs all, like, who's your initiator and who's your big tanky boy on Spirits is my question. Like, okay, yeah, you've got a Treant Protector, you know, hopefully he can get in there, get the overgrowth off, but like, it's gonna be hard for him.
Right?
It's gotta be, yeah, it's gotta be like Bloodseeker or maybe a Shackle, but again, it just doesn't feel great to me, if that makes sense. I mean, maybe they could pick up something like, what do we see? You could get like a Centaur if you wanted to run the Bloodseeker, or it's probably going to be the Bloodseeker mostly, I think, in the mid lane. Mini, I think, probably playing it, but like maybe a Centaur so you can run away if you're, but again, if you're hookshot in, I don't know. I'm not sure about this draft. It feels problematic to me for Spirits.
10 seconds remaining.
They go banning out the Templar Assassin. They take the Zeus last, but that's more of the same, that you're able to get onto the backline still.
I don't know. I'm not sold on this draft from Spirits. It's a lot of very papery kind of heroes, other than, you know, the Treant Protector eventually, and then the Bloodseeker can be built up over time, but I feel like there's not going to be a lot of int left on that team by the end of this match.
Damn. I would say there's not a lot of int with the draft they got going on.
Oh, snap. How you going to do that like that, man?
Spirits is probably not going to be happy with me after this.
No, game. They're definitely not going to be happy with you.
That's fine. Oh, speaking of talking to the players and whatnot, I told everybody that I would ask Brian what he thought about being called a dump truck by Moxxi. He just gave us a weird champ in the chat.
Yeah, well, you know, the admin said that, you know, Underlord's kind of a bit of a dump truck.
The admin was also saying other weird stuff. Admins are weird.
Wow, you just made it.
Oh! I thought this was a gentleman's game, but they pick up the Broodmother, and this makes the game basically impossible. They're looking to end this one quick. They played, this is their fourth game in a row. They said, you know what, let's take an easy W. We'll run the Broodmother. We'll break the gentleman's agreement. We got spiders going on here. How do they play against this? They haven't locked in the heroes yet. I've seen this before. We saw this with Team Zero against 4 Zoomers. Envy ended up switching the Zeus and the Earth Spirit around where they were playing in the laning phase. I'm not sure if we'll see that here as well. They could run the Bloodseeker up against the Broodmother instead, but you're never going to be able to kill the spider with the Blood Ray. They just move too fast inside the webs. So you either ruin Zeus's game so the Broodmother doesn't just take off. All right, hand on the Bloodseeker. It looks like they're going to be running Zeus in the mid after all.
Know about that now.
All right, no, Mini. He's on the Wind Ranger here.
I still don't know about that enough.
They're forced to switch it up.
I think they absolutely have to, but like, look at this.
I'm not sure it's enough though.
Position 4 Zeus.
Yep. You know, we talked about this. They had issues with the enemies just being able to run your back line, and this makes it even easier.
Yeah, this is going to make so much space too. Oh my gosh.
I'm not
really
sure what
good draft coming out from catJAMMERS, and kind of a problematic draft coming out from Spirits here. I'm still not sure. I guess I just don't like the Zeus. Like, even before I saw the Broodmother, I didn't really like the Zeus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not crazy about the Zeus. Anything to kind of stand in front, somebody's going to need to be. I mean, Moonman is going to gap that distance in no time at all. HFN's going to pop out and start whacking away at you. There's nothing to save you either. I mean, he's probably going to grab a BKB or a Manta in order to get out of the roots, along with having his rage. I don't see what their solution is, Moxxi. I feel like this is going to be a short game.
You know, you say that, but maybe they've got some tricks up their sleeves. Maybe, you know, the Broodmother doesn't go according to plan. There's, you know, still possibilities there. I don't want to immediately just assume that it's over, but it's going to be one hell of a difficult game.
Yeah. Pause comes out at the start. You know, the NA teams do it too, but it could be that HFN needs a second to reconnect or something like that.
Could be. He tends to have a little bit of difficulties.
Yep. But yeah, the Wind Ranger is pooled to Tangos here. The Zeus is going to be playing support. It is just way too difficult to run the Zeus against. I mean, even if you manage to get a couple points in the Arc Lightning, by the time it jumps to all the spiders, you already dead.
Yeah.
But there's just absolutely no way to play it against that.
Good luck, Drake.
Brood. Oh yeah, see? Look at them. Can you translate for me?
Oh, Bora. Oh, well, I think that's supposed to be Bora's go. Need food.
But yeah, I just see the Brood at the start. So one team trying to be friendly, the other one being like, "Don't talk to me." You pick Brood Mother.
Yeah, right.
Get out of here. We're not friends anymore. But we got the game underway finally. The BTS, or sorry, the Summit 13 pause brought to you by Monster Energy.
Monster Energy keeping us fueled and hyped up for all of these matches.
I was going to say keeping us paused, but I'm not sure that's the kind of brand recognition that they want.
That's not it.
No.
You got to work on your shilling skills here, Neph.
I don't think there's as many don't give ups as Benny. Thank you, too.
PMA gamers here.
Broodmother, here
Are they going to aggro try
here? This is a move we've not seen in a while. I mean, people
they could just be thirsting for blood too, right? You know, trying to get that first blood bottom. But it seems weird that HFN would also be here. So perhaps just trying to find out what the lane matchups are.
Yep. I mean, this is something that they run a lot of the time. They just put somebody with Moon. They let Moon get the first blood, then he buys quick boots. And of course, always at 4 minutes, like clockwork. See what I did there? He rotates to the power rune. Every single game, he's got that out for his mid laner. Yeah, it is him on the clockwork. And I like how they've decided to run this. They know that they're playing the lifesteal. They don't have tons of kill potential in their lane. Instead, they're going to have to deal with harass. So they run it with the Witch Doctor. Keep his HP topped up. 2 for 2, though. Not a whole lot of action just yet. But, you know, once Broodmother hits level, I don't know, 3 or 5, you see a couple points and spawn Spiderlings. Just able to run at mini, force out that wind run, and then just continue to run her down. We're going to see a lot of stuff happen then. Of course, Power Shot deals with the Spiderlings okay, but the damage reduced by 20% after each unit it goes through. So once you have enough of a stack of Spiderlings, your Power Shot's really just not doing a whole lot of damage.
Some harass coming out here. You have that Orb of Venom on Nuages, and of course the Frost Arrows coming out from Benny does make it very difficult for Aoi. In fact, Aoi himself just having to use that Voodoo Restoration already. And they'll turn it back around though over here on Nuages. I'm just chonking away at him. This is not the way that they were hoping that this would go. In fact, they're just feeding off him right now. One more hit, HFN gets the first blood.
It seems the tree is on the other foot.
That's not a thing.
We'll make it a thing. But he's getting punished for playing so far forward. You know, you're playing at like 280 movement speed hero. You have the Orb of Venom try and click the enemies down, but once they turn on you, you can lose HP pretty fast. Speaking of people who are going down pretty fast, HFN sitting in half HP. He's only got 2 Tango in his inventory. He's gonna need a doctor.
He is, and thank God he has a Witch Doctor who is trying to get this pull off over here and trying to not let the Treant interrupt it too much. This Broodmother is just having the time of her life in this mid lane. Poor Minnie. 10-3 on Broodmother, 5-2 on Wind Ranger, about what we expected, and it's only gonna get worse. Level 3 now online for her.
Look at these Spiderlings just get on top of her.
KZU putting out a lot of damage over here. Doesn't have a salve anymore, so he's going to be forced to use those tangos, but Ma does have a salve on him, so could opt to just heal him up if necessary. But he is a Bloodseeker, right? So he'll be able to just heal up off of these creeps.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Kazu is completely out of mana. He's going to send himself something out. I wouldn't be surprised if they grab, they have the Sage's, I don't know, Ernie's got queued up. In this lane, I wouldn't hate to see a Basilius on one of these heroes, given the fact that the Clockwork and the Silencer are both spamming their spells. Having the 1.4 mana regen provided to both the heroes is pretty value here. Actually end up saving more than, just sending yourself out mangoes and clarities the entire game. That's kind of the the logic that a lot of people have used now. You see a lot of carries go with the double ring of regen start of games, just because you're never going to be sitting at full HP anyways. You're going to get way more value having the rings of regen and then selling them off afterwards and continuously buying salves and tangos.
Yeah, I think HFN did that in one of the earlier games when he was playing the PA. He showed up with those rings of regen, both of them.
Bottom lane, man drops very low on the Zeus, just one hit away from dying. He's got the salve though, so he's going to heal back up. Moon wasn't able to commit super far forward there, but they're back down to basically no mana. They're now sending themselves wind laces, mangoes, clarities, everything an offlane could possibly need.
Everything a growing boy needs. Top lane, though, they are making some moves over here onto August, but HFN also sitting very low. He can't lifesteal fast enough in that point in Voodoo Restoration. Just not quite enough. In fact, Aoi doesn't look like he's going to be able to get the final hit here on Nuages. He's got to be careful. Benny going in for the dive. It's like Nuages, though, cancels out the salve. Aoi's still alive, but he needed just a little bit more damage there.
Yeah. And both of them are still alive. I mean, you're having a pretty good time on Treant Protector now. It was a bit of a rough start at that. You know, you committed pretty far forward, ended up getting punished for it. But now, you know, getting some kills under your belt, shutting down that life stealer. Speaking of, that guy's going to need his phase boots pretty quickly in order to deal with this Treant Protector and Drow Rider, because they have a lot of physical damage. Your armor isn't that high either for a melee hero. Your agility growth rate isn't crazy either.
Just so much slow, too. Nature's Grass. We get a little nervous here. Throws out the cast. Wants to make sure that we can finish with the creeps, too. But as this goes down, KZ finds a kill on Ma. And they've all been sitting so low. Like, generally speaking, when you have a Bloodseeker on your team, you want to make sure that the enemies are sitting low so he gets that little extra boost. But, oh my god, Mini just getting chonked away here in the mid lane.
And he's forced to run super far back whenever he wind runs. And Wind Rangers, what they prefer to do with that ability is either like chase the enemies down to stand their ground. But you know, if he does that, the Bryle's just going to continue to run at him. Like we're going to see here, it's off of cooldown. He's forced to pop it, runs away, but it's only a matter of time until Bryle has enough webs to fall back on where he can just continue to chase this guy.
Look at this army, too. There's just so many spiderlings. They just go right back in again. Chonk, chonk, chonk away over here on Mini. He does have the wind run up. He's going to be forced to use it again. And look how low he gets brought by that.
Yep. Hashtag Bryle Army.
He's a real... No, never mind.
You call him a dump truck again?
It's going to be, yeah, like he's a real dump truck. And in a very affectionate way. Nuages, though, getting chonked away here by HFN, so he is forced to just TP out. Benny already grabbing up that rune, but he is going to take a lot of damage here with that Malediction. Does only have 1 point in it, though, so I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. No, he's sitting so low that he's definitely going to pop. HFN, though, he wants the final hit, but it's still going to be Aoi who gets it. And he's going to have to get healed back up again by Aoi.
Thankfully, Aoi is a doctor.
Dr. Aoi.
Yeah, clarity's him as well. So you'll love to see it. He's got raindrops as well. I like the way that he's playing this one. It's going to eventually come into use against the Zeus, but for now, it's just providing the 0.8 mana regen. Excellent item.
Against the Zeus. Like it. Like the wordplay. He'll grab up Hain, though, over here on the side. He drops the Blood Right, but they're doing so much damage here. This is not looking super great. As Benny, though, TP's on in, and they'll find that kill. Rather... Chasing down Keizu here. Keizu doesn't have any way to really survive this. Has already used those one charges. I'm surprised they didn't go for the dive. Figured they'd do that. In the top lane, though, they're trying to make moves over onto Nuages. They know that he's all alone, so he will pop again. And that's another kill here for Aoi. As Bryle just continues to do whatever the heck he wants in this mid lane. There's just nothing that Mini can do.
Yeah, and he's playing especially far forward right now because we're at, again, the 6-minute mark. This was the time that the catapult was in. You were too busy, I guess, diving heroes into the bottom tower. The Bloodseeker wasn't able to rotate in, spam out the blood right onto the catapult. So your mid tower goes down, and that opens up things even more for Bryle. It makes it easier to dive the Wind Ranger. So already things going the way of catJAMMERS. In top lane, they've got the catapult here as well. And you played very far forward on HFN.
Moon Meander in position here. Power Shot comes out, but they're going to open up with the battery something. Look at all of these babies. Oh my word. Let's hold Mini in place, and she explodes into a bunch of little spiderlings. That's disgusting.
It's a beautiful circle of life.
It's horrifying.
When you die, you become spiders.
It's not even that you die, you just explode. Nuage's here. Oh, Bryle says, I could go for a little salad. Sends the babies after him. We'll slow down just a little bit. Back off to the triangle, but they're firmly in control of this whole area. This is not looking great for Spirits, as now Hane's going to get run at. Moon Meander's here with the battery assault. Slow him down. They do have the living armor, but it's just probably not going to be enough here as they go. They're on the cogs. They're trapped here with HFN. Throws down the blood right, just hoping maybe he can get some of these last hits. Does manage to heal up quite a bit, though. So eventually he is going to get taken down, but they're going to have to work for it. Just chasing him. Minnie finds the kill on Owie 2000. This chase is still going on here with Hane, though. And they just don't have it. There's also a haste rune over here as well. But Bryle finds the kill on Nuage's while all this is going down. And there's a double damage.
This is so sad. The haste rune disappeared at 8 minutes. Moon Meander was going to pick it up and then chase the Bloodseeker, and the Dire team was going to rejoice. But the DD spawned in 8 minutes.
Oh, no.
I'm so sorry, Moon.
Well, you gotta feel happy for Hane here, because that should have been a kill, but he managed to outlive this.
And look at what this guy gets to do. That was a super big brain play by him, though. He sits underneath the enemy creep camp, being Bloodseeker, distributing the battery assault onto the creeps, and then, of course, he last hits the creeps to heal up, and he gets away because of it. You know, he's running the numbers in his head as he was trying to survive there.
Smart. Very smart.
Just as much help as bottom.
Owie coming bottom. We'll open up with the cask over onto Mon. They have so much damage. This should be a very dead Zeus. We have 2 points now into it. So Mon's just going to tick down here. Has 2 more procs, I think. Nope, just the last one. Not quite enough, though, thanks to that stick charge. But Bryle, again, he's controlled so much of this top half of the map. He's just going to be able to take down the top tower now and just continue his reign of terror.
Yep. You got to keep in mind that he's getting all these towers and you have a Nature's Prophet a Treant Protector on your team. They're connected through lore, I'll take it. But yeah, just non-stop Bryle shoving towers in. So now he controls your triangle. This should be the easiest area of the map to defend. You never lose this pre-10 minutes. It's very easy for you to run up here.
Alright, Bryle's gonna get ruptured. He doesn't care, though. He'll turn right back on in again. They go and fight here over onto Hane. He's trying everything he can, but he just is not strong enough as Moon Meander zips on in with that shot. And now they'll chase after Minnie. Bryle sitting very, very low, but he's still gonna be able to get the final hit off. As they'll turn back around, the baby's feasting over on Ma and Benny. Bryle trying to just heal up as fast as possible. He did take a lot of damage there from the rupture and some of these nukes, but he's still alive. He'll live to fight another day.
He actually would have gone down there, but the Lifestealer hopped inside him, healed him up 400 HP, then popped back out. I mean, that's one thing that Lifestealer is able to do with his Infast. It's actually a hard heal. Works the same way as something like, what's the item I'm thinking of here? The stupid broken Essence Ring. That's the one.
Oh, God. Oh, they can turn this back around on Bryle? No, they still managed to nibble away, and then he'll use his the insatiable hunger and just heal right back up again, but they find a power shot. Beautiful by Minnie, and a good use of that overgrowth. They needed to take him down, but looks like Benny still going to fall. Bryle from the grave through his prodigy will be able to go. Prodigy. I can't talk. Protégé. Oh my God. You know what I mean? No, not protege. Progeny. Progeny, not prodigy. Too many words. Words, what are they?
Our language sucks.
It's not even my first language, man. Keizu gotta get shackled up. Minnie finds himself a nice pick off, and it's actually a triple kill.
Focus fire. That was a weird little tune that I heard right there. Owie, he's ready. He's in there. Unfortunately, you know, there's your perfect counter to the Death Ward ability. It's the Wind Run. And,
Wind Run and the armor coming off of the treant.
Yeah, that'll negate a lot of that maledict damage from initially bursting him down there. So Wind Ranger is the one here that you're not really going to be able to do anything to there, unfortunately. Bryle's back at it, but that was a very important kill that they got on him earlier. Anything to shut his game down, and the fact that the gold did go over too many, 143, almost 500 gold going his way. He got a lot of experience for that too. Set him up, but just forced to run away now. Even with the javelin, you don't want to try to chase this guy with that Wind Run focus fire. That feels pretty bad. 2 heroes behind you as well. They're having a very rough go at it.
You just look at the way that they're playing, right? You've got Moon Meander up standing on the high ground, Bryle just continuously, farming multiple camps. And it feels like Spirits is kind of doing a whole lot of nothing right now. Like, they're trying to farm, but it's very difficult for them. And look at this Brile. He sees Benny. He's chasing after this Wind Ranger. They'll get the cask off, and this should just be a very, very dead Drow Ranger. There's nothing that they can do about it. They don't have anything to push back. Moon Meander gonna go grab up Mini here with the Battery Assault. While this is going on, Ma over on the side is gonna get feasted upon by HFN, but he doesn't quite manage to finish him off, so he'll have to be satisfied with Mini.
Yeah, tried to pop in and then pop out, but I think the Zeus had gotten TP out before he was able to blow up with the Infast, so he just opted to ball him off there. But, you know, they don't get the hero, but they are going to, I think, get this tier 2 tower. This living armor is actually helping quite a bit, though.
It's a good thing that they have it, honestly, or else they'd be losing a lot more. That rage coming out, though, from HFN will protect him against the Thunder God's Wrath. Still needs to be careful, though.
Sitting very low. Actually, Ops, I was going to say he opted not to use open wounds on that big creep there, which is kind of surprising to me. I think he's trying to save mana, decided his HP was just sitting too low, and then used on the small one. Not the most efficiency, but you know, you pay for your mistakes.
You do. And you learn from them, hopefully.
Yep.
There's a tree here. I'll open up with the cast. Moon Meander getting into position. They even go for the Death Ward. They just want to take him off the map. They don't want to have to deal with this pesky living armor. Pain coming in. Global Silence is going to get used. Do they go in on this, though? They don't have Brile here. They have HFN sort of nearby, but everyone's really split up. This feels a bit odd. I guess maybe if Hayne keeps coming forward, yeah, HFN spots him out. Considers going for the open one, so going for the hook shot instead and just slowly chonk away. Nice Force Staff, though. We'll be able to keep Hayne alive. Ooh, this is not looking super great for him, though. Can he heal up off of the creep wave fast enough? He just gets barely enough, but he's still ticking down. Oh, he still falls to that urn charge.
That was the Curse the Silent, I think, because he popped the blood right after he was cursed, and so it lingered on him for longer. He healed up, but he also took extra damage because you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't scenario there for him. Mini trying to cut creep waves in the top lane, knows that it's kind of pointless to try and fight the creep waves at where they meet because the enemies are just all over you right now. I like what he's doing.
He's doing what he can, and sometimes that's really
all
you can hope for. Nwagi's Courier, though, does get taken down, so there's not going to be the vision. HFN is pretty deep here again, but they have nothing to cancel out his TP, although on the top lane, Mini now, they get a couple of these nice cask bounces. They'll even go and use that hold from the Treant, but it doesn't even matter. They still have vision over onto Nwagi's. Moon Meander coming in with the hook shot. Should be able to finish up here. They'll find that kill. Now, hey, they're just hemorrhaging kills left and right. They don't even care. They're just going to keep running at him, although Benny is nearby. Ma joining into the fight. They might be able to finally get this kill on Moon Meander. KZ taking a lot of damage, but look who's coming in hot here. It's Brile. Mama is mad, and she does not like that you've been messing with her babies. Is going to force... Oh, they push Benny!
Ooh.
He's not able to TP out!
Yeah. Moon Meander, he always arrives on time.
He's like a wizard.
A moon shows up exactly when he means to.
Deserves just as much help as bottom.
Nice catch there by him. And they finally, with the catapult assistance, they managed to grab this. Ooh, the fortify now, and they can't keep it alive. Here comes the tower flag. Sacrifice the baby's Brile. He doesn't want to.
Mother just very attached to those babies.
Yeah. That they were going to do like the whole, get down, Mr. President, to the catapult and then save it. But
no,
that's not what happened. Ended up happening. They have to commit hard for these towers, I feel. I think that they shouldn't really allow them to heal these up.
I mean, that is the saving grace right now coming out for Spirits, is that they do have the living armor, and they do, you know, force them to have to really hard commit, which it feels like they've been flirting with it a little bit, although Brile with all these spider babies, it's going to make it a little different. And then, again, the diffusal blade, though, going right back in with the global silence, just chonking away over here at Hayne. This Brile is just ruptured, but he doesn't seem to care very much because he's able to heal back up. HFN, though, is going to get held up over here onto the trees, but they'll go with the overgrowth, holding them into place. But again, they'll follow up with this Witch Doctor. He's doing so much damage now to Mini. They have the diffusal blade. He's just slowly ticking down here, and he should pop any moment. Down goes Mini, and while this is going on, there's a whole other fight going on. Moon Meander just climbing towards Benny, saying, "Come here, I want this kill," and he finds it. He manages to finish him off. Nuages is left behind here. He's in the trees. He's among his people, but they're not going to be able to protect him. He's got the Force Staff forward, but he is toast.
Yep. I mean, they have all the right tools in their kit, but, you know, this Broodmother is just tearing them apart from from what is it, like the 6-minute mark, he's been playing in your jungle and in your triangle. You've just had no space to farm on this map. And you're in the bottom lane, Drow's trying to do what you can, but Moo's on top of you. The position 4 is ripping apart your team. Bryle's killed your Zeus again underneath the tier 2 tower. Treant Protector's dead for another 5 seconds. Your Fortify is on cooldown. Your backs are against the wall here.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
There goes.
I would say that they're forced through the wall at this point. This is so rough. Like, again, the last pick Brood really was the nail in the coffin for these guys. You know, they're doing the best they can, but I mean, you look at the items that they've got, and they don't really have items now.
I like the Force Staff on the Bloodseeker. That feels very necessary. You need to be able to juke either for yourself or for your allies from the Broodmother, from the Lifestealer, but you know, you can only continue to run so far. They've taken all of your outer towers. You're stuck in your base right now, but the enemies are capped. You just farm up the map. I mean, 16k net worth at 18 minutes. Now they're taking Roshan. You're not
got a double
able to
damage on HFN. You don't go anywhere near that pit. You are out of your mind.
Yeah.
In fact, HFN says, all right, Brian, I'll leave this to you. I'm going to go fight. Got the rage. Nwage just immediately evaporates. They do manage to rupture HFN, so he's like, all right, guys, I'm a little bit too far. I'm a little scared. Somebody hold me. But they'll turn right back around again. They'll get the kill on Mini. They've managed to get the kill on Ally, but that's the position 5. Hayne now trying to run away, and he just cannot as the Lifestealer pops back out, and they'll go right back on into the Roche pit. Easy peasy.
Only 800 HP, and they GG out. That's it.
They call GG.
And I don't blame them. I mean, at this point, there is nothing you can do. This draft was not made to sit inside the base. You don't have anyone who can sit in front of the towers to tank up against this aggressive lineup. We talked about this at the start. It felt like they needed somebody to sit in front, and then they ended up last picking the Zeus, and they made the issue even worse for the enemy team by grabbing that Broodmother and catJAMMERS. It was just too good not to take there.
Yeah, I mean, they played that perfectly on the side of catJAMMERS. Bryle did everything right. You know, he was just pushing every lane. He was taking with the triangle. There was just no breathing room. And I think a lot of it was a drafting issue coming out from Spirits here. I think that there wasn't much that they could do once that got picked up. And I also feel like it's just too many... I don't want to say too many heroes of doing like the same thing, but like they're just too squishy when you have a Drow Ranger. Like, you need to have someone who's going to be a very forceful initiator. You need to have someone who's going to be able to kind of back her up as well. I don't know. I'm not sure what to say, really, aside from that.
Mm-hmm. I would say, you know, bring game where we saw Bryle on that on the Underlord. I mean, he sat in front of towers. He's too hard to bring down. He could spam Firestorm in front of the tower and onto the creep wave, and that's how they could deal with these aggressive pushings. But again, at 6 minutes in the game, Broodmother was in your triangle, in your jungle. There was nothing anybody on your team could do.
No. I mean, they did manage to get 1 kill on her, but it took so many resources, and it really took Bryle to be kind of out of position, like pretty hardcore there to be able to get that kill. So they got 1 gimme. You got 1 kill on Bryle, but he made sure that never happened again. Or he at least had, you know, the backup coming out from the rest of his team. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, catJAMMERS, you know, had a rough start today. They went 2-0 against, or rather 0-2 against Infamous, but they'll bounce back now with a 2-0 against Spirits. So they've got to be feeling a little bit better now. And again, Spirits is the open qualifier team coming out from SA. But we do have more group stage games coming up here, Neph.
Tell us what's coming next, Moxxi.
What's coming up next is, I got to look at it real quick. It's Team Brazil versus the Lukey team, Plasma.
Ooh, all right.
I'm excited. I can't wait to see this. That's another open qualifier team that made it through the NA side. I know you're a big Plasma fan there.
Oh yeah, the manager for Plasma, that guy has some big energy. I love that man. Have you seen his Arteezy diss track?
I have not.
I'll send you
will
a
have
link.
To send it to me later.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we are going to take a short Monster Energy break. Go grab your favorite monster. And when we come back, we're going to be shifting gears over towards the NA versus Brazil side of things.